What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am, and if you are, I really would appreciate you pressing the like button. Otherwise, no joke, no scam. You will have very angry people screaming at you sometime soon. Yeah, that's right. Unless you want to get yelled at by a Karen or whatever, Kevin, is that what the male version is? Then I would be sure to press the like button. Trust me, it's important. Real talk though, guys, today I've got a pretty long story that you guys have never heard before, and you guys should definitely enjoy it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it.
Jumpsuit Island, West Coast Islands, I was no line when
So this story actually takes place back in Ohio. I'm not like Jake Paul, okay? I'm not an Ohio boy, but I do have some family that lives in Ohio, especially some cousins that were like around my age. I don't have cousins that are around my age that live in Nevada, so like most of the time, I mean, okay, yeah, I do, just not ones that I like. Now that I think about it, I definitely have my crazy cousin that bit me and stuff, but like I've kind of disowned him in my mind. But when it comes to cousins that I actually want to spend time with, the only cousins that I really enjoyed hanging out with when I was younger lived in Ohio. And Ohio was always this like really magical place to me when I was a kid because there were never any rules there. Like, in Ohio, you don't have stuff like Las Vegas, so kids kind of just go roam the woods and just do whatever they want to avoid being bored. Which was super sick to me, you know? Like, I was used to hot asphalt and people screaming at me, and like, you know, the strip was a dangerous place we weren't allowed to go. So no, I went to Ohio when we were allowed to like ride motorcycles around and just have a good time. Like, it was just a good change of pace. Anyways, I had two cousins in Ohio that were like 2 years older than me, and this story takes place when I'm 14 and they were 16. And like, you know, when you're 14 and you're hanging out with 16-year-olds that you always thought have been super cool, it's a lot of pressure. I mean, these kids could drive, they're cooler than me, like I want to make a good impression. And we're in Ohio, and they're like, look, we're gonna go ride motorcycles around, like these dirt bikes, we'll go fishing, we'll do all this stuff. And I've never ridden a motorcycle before at this point. Like, I am not a motorcycle savage or aficionado by any means. I mean, like, I've ridden BMX bikes and stuff, which I guess is not similar at all, but like, I can balance on two wheels, alright? I know that won't be a problem, at least. But of course, because I want to like look cool for my cousins, you know, I'm like, yeah, whatever, like I ride motorcycles all the time, like I'm not even scared, dude, whatever, like whatever, like trying to look cool for my cousins, which was really stupid. Like I should have definitely been like, hey guys, I've never done this before, can you give me a quick crash course in how to ride a motorcycle? Nah, I just hop on that hoe and start like trying to follow them. So I only almost die like a couple times. I almost crash like, you know, a couple more, but overall, like, I'm doing okay, right? So I'm fearing for my life. We finally get to this like fishing spot that they had, you know, like after we ride on this trail. So we get out and like we just start fishing, and I'm not a fisherman by any means. Like growing up in Nevada, okay, we have one lake and it's like half empty, Lake Mead, which if anyone is from Las Vegas, like you understand what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong, like it's a pretty lake and I feel bad for it, but you know, fishing is not a commonplace activity in like the middle of Las Vegas. So it's not like, me and my dad go fishing every Monday. Nah, that just like doesn't happen. So I'm not very good at it and stuff, but whatever. We're having fun. We're goofing off, just like swimming around, fishing and whatnot. And maybe 20 minutes after we got there, like 20 minutes after we got there, right? There's this like rattling coming down the trail, and it's like this rusty old truck, and there's this old dude that, you know, I can't see him yet, but like I can see through the windshield, and he just looks like a beer belly turned into a person, you know? Like, actually, you know what a great description of him would be like? You know the Mucinex commercials with like that green booger thing that lives in the lungs of those people, and it's like, oh, I'm Mucinex. Like, he kind of looked like the Mucinex dude. I don't know if that's too mean, like that might be a little bit too far for some of you, but I don't regret it. He really did look like the Mucinex dude. So the Mucinex dude pulls up, and he's got like his wife in a bikini in the passenger seat, and like in the back is another dude in a pair of overalls with nothing on underneath, and like his girlfriend. So there's two dudes and like it's a couple. So whatever, we're like, I guess, you know, we'll just share the little watering hole. Like it's a little pond thing. Like it's not a lake. It's not big enough to be a lake, but it's big enough where two different groups can like use it, and there shouldn't be a problem. There is no reason that there should be any confrontation at all right now. So whatever, these like dudes get out and they sway over to us, like the one dude in the overalls, I swear it looked like a scene out of Mice and Men with like George and Lenny coming at us. So the Mucinex guy like gets close and he's like, this is our swimming place, like you guys need to leave. And my cousins are like, dog, we come here all the time. It's more than big enough for us to share. We're not going to be here much longer. You know, we're done fishing. Like, we're just hanging out. All right, no harm, no foul. We'll leave soon. They're like, well, I'm saying that you need to leave now because this is ours. And one of my cousins, you know, it runs in our family to be a little sassy, is like, well, that's crazy. I don't see your name in the water, which, I mean, is not the best comeback ever, okay? But they're from Ohio. I don't know what else we can expect. Not that there's anything wrong with people from Ohio, but like, you know, they just don't have great insults. That's the stereotype that I've always heard about Ohio. Plus, like, you know, you guys did produce Jake Paul. So, like, in an argument, you guys are automatically taking the L by default. And so, like, 14-year-old me, you know, still kind of short, still kind of pudgy, definitely not ready to be in an altercation with two grown backwoods Ohio people. It's just kind of sitting here, like, wide-eyed looking at it, all right? And so my cousin is like, dog, we're not leaving. And so Beer Belly guy is like, yes, you are. And he, like, you know, takes one of the fishing poles that is kind of sitting there on the side of, like, this pond thing now and, like, breaks it in half, like, in one motion. Which, I mean, I think my cousins were like, wow, this is a sign of aggression. But, you know, me at the time being short and, like, definitely not able to fight was like, oh, he just snapped a fishing pole with his bare hands. That will be my neck because I am a tiny person. I don't know if I want to engage in this combat. Like, you know, seeing somebody snap something like that in front of your eyes kind of makes you rethink the whole fighting thing. You're like, ooh, yeah. I'm not really sure if I'm down to, like, die over swimming in this water. Like, I'm really good. The stream feeding into it looks very nice, don't get me wrong, but, I don't necessarily think that I need to, like, die for it, okay? Like, I'm really okay. You guys can go ahead and swim, have yourselves a great time in your weird truck. So, whatever, my cousins are kind of like, fine, we'll leave, because we're gonna leave anyways. So, we go back to, like, the motorcycles, right? And here's the problem. Remember, I'm not very good at the whole motorcycle thing. Like, I'm still very new to it, okay? The fact that I even got here in one piece is honestly impressive. I should be getting a round of applause for not crashing into, like, the 17 trees. So, they kind of, like, look at me and, you know, signal that they're gonna do something. And I'm like, oh, okay, wow, what are we gonna do? You know, flip them off? And, my cousin reaches down and, like, picks up next to this, like, water thing was just very muddy, like, murky. Like, he reaches his hand under the water and pulls up just a ball of slimy, muddy water and, like, twists it into a ball and just chucks it in the general direction of all of them. And, of course, my family does not have very athletic genes, you know? Like, you guys have heard stories about this. So, he doesn't hit any of the dudes that have threatened us, but if it makes anyone feel better, he does have the perfect aim to just smack the crap out of one of the girls that these dudes are with. And, like, listen, I don't care if they were in the wrong. If I was with my girlfriend and some kids threw, like, a mud ball that smacked her, yeah, I would probably be pissed too. Like, I understand why they were pissed, but I didn't throw it and I did not know that my cousins were gonna do this. So it smacks into this girl and everybody turns and looks at us. And my cousins by this point are on their motorcycles leaving. Like, they're gone. Only problem is I don't have a ton of experience starting a motorcycle, all right? Like, let's keep it a buck. I am out of luck. I have no idea how to do this, and now I'm scared and freaking out because I'm 14, short and fat, and my cousins just smacked the crap out of this girl who's dating Shrek and the Mucinex dude, and, like, they look pissed. I understand why they're pissed. I had nothing to do with it, but, you know, I'm the only one still here, okay? My cousins are gone. They're not gonna catch them, so I'm the one who's about to get smacked. So I'm freaking out, right? So, like, I'm trying to start the bike, but my little short legs are having a hard time, like, getting it started. So I finally get it started when the guys are, like, finally getting across this body of water and are coming up to get me. So I peel out and I get maybe 200 feet away and I crash into this bush and, like, I cut my leg. It's all, you know, I got, like, a branch, not cuts, but, like, you know when you go into a branch really fast and it just whips your leg? Like, cuts from all that, you know. I mean, obviously I do have some cuts from just crashing into this bush, and I, like, pull the bike out, you know, and while I'm doing that I burn my leg and, like, I get back on it and I just peel out and I'm just flying down this trail as fast as I can, and, like, as fast as I can, just flying. So I'm flying out of my mind, like, I don't know what's going on. My leg is in pain, you know, my adrenaline is pumping though, so, like, I don't really feel it yet. And I'm getting out of these woods and I'm, like, going back to my aunt and uncle's house, and I get there, and sure enough, on the front lawn are my cousins, and they're laughing, they're having a great time. They're like, "Oh my god, did you see the way it's back into where that's hilarious." And I come up and I am shaking. Like, my arms are shaking, my legs are all cut up, I guess I'm bleeding. And they're like, "Oh my god, what happened?" So I tell them, I'm like, "I've never ridden a motorcycle before, and I couldn't get it started, and then I got it started, and like they were coming up to get me, so I like peeled out to get away, and then I couldn't keep control of the bike, and I crashed." And they're like, "You've never ridden a motorcycle before?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "Why didn't you say anything?" And I'm like, "I just wanted to look cool." And they're like, "We wouldn't have left you, we thought you were gonna be fine." And I'm like, "I mean, I am fine, we survived." They're like, "That was funny as hell though, huh?" And I did not think it was that funny. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm totally down to have a good time and adventure and all that stuff, but the second you start like throwing stuff at people and hitting people with stuff, I'm just kind of like not down anymore. That's just not a funny prank to me, especially because like the girl didn't do anything. It's not her fault that her boyfriend got all aggro with his lifted truck that he's compensating for. Like, come on, he's got to make her think he's a man somehow. Like, he obviously does not have many other tools at his disposal, so I guess like threatening to beat up kids is cool enough. But I did feel bad. I'm like, "Nah, dog, like I really did, that was, like, don't get me wrong, it was a funny story and all, but I don't think I want to try to go out and do that. Like, I don't think I'm going to make it a daily routine to try to get in fights and throw mud at people. I'm good. Thanks, though." So, yeah, my cousins were like, "All right, well, we're going to go back. Do you want to come with us?" And, nope. That was my answer. I ended up staying inside and, like, doing puzzles with my aunt the entire day. And, like, you guys might say that's lame, but after almost dying at the hands of a ginormous Mucinex-sized hillbilly, I just decided that I needed a little bit to relax, and I, like, hope you guys would understand that, I just really was not trying to go right back there. Plus, I'm pretty sure that, like, low-key, that was kind of a crime. So, like, going back to the scene of the crime is never a good idea. I feel like the police say that people always do that, and that's how they catch them. So, like, nah, I'm good. Honestly, my cousins are not usually, like, bad people, okay? I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. Like, they really are cool dudes. It's just, when you're 16, you're pretty stupid. Like, now they've chilled out. I don't think they would ever do this now. In fact, like we talked about it in the group chat the other day, and they seemed, like, mortified. So, they're not bad people. I don't want you guys to think that. It's just a crazy story. Moral of the story, though, is don't lie to, like, try to look cool. I guess I didn't lie. I just didn't tell the truth, But, like, just be honest with people, because if you don't, then when hillbillies try to attack you, you won't be able to start a motorcycle. I'm pretty sure is the lesson of the story, but real talk, just be honest about your abilities, because people aren't gonna care. Like, nobody would care if I've never ridden a motorcycle before. It was really stupid to think that people would, but hey, I guess that's life sometimes. Regardless, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, I would really, really appreciate you pressing the like button, and if you're new, if you've never seen my videos before, then hi, I'm Scrubby. If you enjoyed this, I upload videos like this every day, and you should subscribe and turn on notifications. And if you turn them on, be sure to send me a screenshot on Instagram, because I give a notification shout out every single day. Today's notification shout out goes to Manterbad. I really appreciate you having them on. And yeah, if you guys like the intro song from today, it's one of my friends. I'll put it in the description down below. Like, if you want to check it out, go for it. If not, that's cool too. But yeah, other than that, check out the OG Sub Club merch. It is very swag-tastic. There only is a little bit longer to get like the tie-dye version of it, because I am taking it down on June 1st. Moving is coming soon. I've got videos scheduled, so like I said, don't worry about that. The daily uploads are back. And yeah, I have to babble for a bit now, because like I just feel like it's bad luck to end a video at 13 minutes on this channel. I don't know why. I just like try to avoid it. So I'm pretty close, so I'm just gonna talk now. If you guys agree with me, then like comment superstitious down below, so that way I don't feel like an absolute crazy person. And I really appreciate yesterday so many of you guys letting me know that you will not in fact rob anyone. That makes me feel really happy. So yeah, don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time with another video. I'm out. Peace.